let's just do it. I know it sounds like we're being pessimistic and like probably says a Debbie Downer. It's just that we've
There's,
seen enough of this to know what comes
mhm.
next.
They're saying that they can't see any video.
Oh, we live.
Oh, okay. So, uh, Ben, you forgot to press the live button.
We just enjoying ourselves.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought what RGG did was amazing when he brought that idea to the table. I thought it was a great idea. Just to do a bundle. Um,
Yes.
and just that's like such a starting point for some people. When I started, I didn't know where the heck to start from. I just started getting water. Then I just built from food items is what I started with, and then I realized there was medical part. There's how to start your fire. There's how to maintain your water. There's shelter. So many things, and it just leads into the other and leads into the other. But that's how I got my start. The way he set it up, it was a good setup. You could just add from there, and I really was disappointed that people didn't take that more seriously because we are so unprepared, so unprepared.
That's always, we always stress that. Even on Survival Saturdays, we just
Mhm.
tell people, and during the week, people saying, "Hey, man, I missed your show." No, go back and watch it.
Right,
It's information that you need. You know
right,
what I'm saying? And that's one thing the 2A community has to get away from. Okay, we can talk about weapons. We can talk
mhm,
about collecting this. I have that.
right,
But what do you have in your bug out bag? What do you have on your everyday carry bag? These are things that people need to
mhm,
understand that's important.
right,
Because, the example like that, the incident that happened at the last meetup,
right. Mm-hmm.
who was prepared? Who wasn't?
Who wasn't? Exactly. Hi, Delray. Hi, Pimp. You can start something like to have a plan. You can start with like fire, right? Fire
Yeah.
is very important in prepping, right? So I just got a little case, and it's not expensive. My case was probably more expensive than half the stuff in here, but you can start with that. First major thing is get a lighter. As small and inexpensive as it is, it can save your life, right?
Yeah.
In a situation. So this is my little fire kit, and I don't know how to show you this, right? And then it
Oh,
looks
I can
like
see.
we have
Yeah,
more
that's
stuff
nice.
inside. Okay. So in my fire kit, I have two lighters. Just regular
Hmm.
bitch lighters, 99 cents or $1 wherever they are, whatever they are. I have some matches. These are
Oh, yeah.
waterproof. It comes in a little plastic thing, folded up. I also added some strikers. It came with strikers, but I also added some extra strikers in case it gets wet,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
still need to do it. These matches are great in high winds, water. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Those wind and waterproof there.
Right. These I got at Walmart, right? In the campus section. This has a rod, a fire starting rod, the ferro
Uh-huh.
rod. I forgot how to say it. You just strike it here, you can produce fire. You can use the cord
Yeah, 550
here
cord.
as well. Some more paracord. You open it up. You cut the ends, you pull the strings out, right? You pull the strings out. You can use it for fishing, depending on the paracord that you get. Some of them have wire in it. They have a fishing line inside of it. They have a cotton line and several cotton lines in it, so that you can use it as tinder as well. You can use paracord for so many things, but I put it in my fire kit because it's great to have. Hi, hot tub. Hi, True Butter. Hi, everybody coming in. This is another rod, a striker, the
Oh,
kerosene.
yeah.
And again, this is just my fire kit. So these are several different ways to make fire.
We on the same page with that.
Right. So you're in the dark, you still need a flashlight, right? To see what you're doing. It has a clip, so I could just clip it on my whatever my vest, whatever my coat, and still continue what I'm doing. Your fire kit can also have a knife in case you need to make your own tinder. Exactly.
Yeah.
Your own tinder, cut some branches off, get some dead leaves, chop it up, whatever the case may be. You're going to need this. So to start your fire. Um,
One of the things I
You
did with
don't
my
know.
paracord, I had a flashlight that I
Uh-huh.
wasn't using. So basically, what I did was wrap it around, put a one of my Boy Scout knots in there, looped it
Nice.
around, and taped it on there. So I could reach in my backpack, my med bag, really quick,
Uh-huh.
pull it
And
out, and
put-
really secure it. I could hold it on my feet
Nice.
if I needed to,
That's right.
push them too short. So
That's
there's a lot of
awesome.
different uses. Once you buy your gear,
Hmm.
try it out. Try different things. See how it works. You can
Yeah.
modify it for your special
That's
needs.
true.
How it
Hi,
fits you.
Butter.
So that's the impetus behind wearing this thing all day.
All
Before
day.
I had it set up for my AR rounds, and I
Hmm.
found out I really don't like shooting my AR that much.
Right.
And it's not really efficient, especially in the smaller spaces. So I modified it and put my 9 millimeters on it,
Hmm.
and besides increasing my med kit, so doing some of that stuff. And then I had like an old fashioned canteen. I'm like, okay, this is a new century. Why don't I get a new water source? So I got this pack yesterday as well from the Army Surplus
Nice.
Store. Very inexpensive. Fits
Hmm.
on your back, holds 2 liter of water. You have your sipping tube, and it goes right over my back. I can wear it by itself with
Hmm.
my gear or vest. So it's
Yeah.
something that's very efficient and something that I didn't have. I was depending on the old fashioned heavy old canteen. This can go in
Hmm.
my pack, easily modified, and carries a lot of water. And plus, I can add additional kit to it. So
That's
you
right
have,
too.
your webbing on there. You can add to it, wear on front or back, and makes
Yeah.
it more versatile. So
I love it.
just add stuff. Check
As you
out
go.
where you can always improve, always get better. So
Hmm. So these are like little cotton weaved fibers together, so you can start your fire. You could just light it; it'll hold a fire, so you could put it to whatever you're trying, your pit, your fire that you're trying to start and make bigger. These are good to have. It has an accelerant on it. I forgot the accelerant that's on it, but um, you can buy this at Walmart as well. It comes in a bigger case. I just broke it down into little sizes.
if you don't have any other accelerants, get some
Mm-hmm.
cotton balls, put petroleum jelly on them. Those are fantastic fire starters. You
There
put
you
them in
go.
a little plastic bag, and there you go.
Yep. And there you go. You just
Makes it a good deal.
coat the entire cotton ball with some Vaseline, put it
That's
in a
it.
little kit, and you just put it in. You put your lighter to this, it'll create
Just
a
put it
fire
on.
for you. Yeah,
Exactly. And so,
to light your wood.
talking about
Tinder.
expense, that's not
Yeah,
expensive. How
it's not
much does a jar of
expensive.
petroleum jelly cost?
Like exactly, put it in there, and you're ready to go.
So,
In this lighter, it has the tinder. I don't know if you can see it inside. The tinder is inside,
Uh-huh.
and it creates it. I can't do it with my nails. Hey,
there you go. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I forget. Listen, I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm not doing it. What you call it enough. Whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. This is when it's supposed to do the spark.
Okay,
Yeah,
Like,
it gives you your.
yeah, to give you the thing to start it. I
it's
was
gonna have
wondering
the
what
wick.
was supposed
Have
to
to
be.
have the wick in there.
No, the wick is inside.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those new things that came out. I don't. Can you see the wick right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but and it's really stiff, so it has a coating on it for it
Oh,
to
okay.
I like that.
to work on it. But at the end of the day, that's my fire kit, and very small, but it has a lot of firepower with it. Why do you need fire? Fire is really one of your basic important things in survival. You're gonna need it for cooking, boiling water. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna need it for lighting, um, to create warmth. You can use fire to signal each other. You could use fire for sanitizing your knives. Just washing it in water or whatever you have may not be good enough. You may need to actually sterilize your knives or your suturing needles, whatever you use that may involve um, getting an animal or fixing a human being and going in there and pulling a bullet out or whatever the case may be. You're going to need to clean those utensils, your eating utensils, your plates. You just put it by a dry fire, and that can absolutely sterilize your things before you put them away if you're in an outdoor situation versus an indoor situation. Fire is a defensive weapon. It's old school. I don't recommend it unless it's like a absolute necessary. But you can use fire to heat up something, to cauterize a wound, stop a bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Fire is very important. You need it for survival. So having things to allow you to create fire is an absolute must in your survival bag, your bug out bag, anywhere that you go, you're gonna need fire.
Yes.
So make sure you have those things. And speaking of fire, when you're making your pit or you're making your thing outdoors again, you want to make sure that the area is clean.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to remove some of the stuff before you even start to create a fire, because you don't want a fire to start spreading outside and then it's out of control that you can't control. You have to clear your area. You have to, if you're going to use wood or dry wood that's around there with leaves or pine needles, you're going to have to make sure that you gather enough. It's
And I
that,
think that ties into
yeah,
tarp usage.
your
That's
tarp.
one of the 6 uses I was going to talk
Oh
about.
yeah.
If you have
Mm-hmm.
materials you have to move to or away, you can
Yeah.
grab your tarp, throw all that
Mm-hmm.
material, discard it. You can drag it off, or you can actually use that to build other shelters, hiding holes and stuff like that.
Right.
So a tarp
Mm-hmm.
comes in handy for that. It talked about shelter, rain cover.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two other very easy uses. Useful uses for tarps because they have grommets on the end. You have
Mm-hmm.
your rope,
Yeah.
cord, so that can be a shelter, or it could be rain cover. Wear
Mm-hmm.
those yourself. It's also ground cover. You want to have your stuff on the ground. No, you want to take it to the ground and put your gear and stuff on there to try to keep it
Yeah.
safe, dry, because you may have wet leaves or dirt or whatever. So ground cover. Water collection is another thing too. You dig a
Yeah.
new hole and
Mm-hmm.
line this with it. Put that in there so you have your waters, has a place to actually be held, not just
Mm-hmm.
going into the dirt. And then a makeshift container. Again, this can be a makeshift duffel bag. Put some stuff in
Oh
Absolutely.
there, wrap it up with a cord, and put it on your back. You're good
Yeah.
to go. And then
Mm.
the last thing was Carbon Q inspired, making yourself a little hot room or cold room. You have
Yeah.
to isolate a window or a room. Put this tarp up, staple it, tape it, whatever you want to do. You probably want to tape it down or tie it
Mm-hmm.
down, and you can
Yeah.
create a room, isolate a room, cover a door or a window that was damaged. So these tarps was this thing was like $3.98.
Yeah.
You can
Very
get
cheap.
several of those and add something useful to your kids. So that's something that's again
Mm-hmm.
easy for us to do and a
Absolutely.
good step moving forward with it.
Yeah. Hi, Ayo. Zach.
Hmm.
When you
Yo,
look,
yo.
I watched a couple of homeless encampments. They go around the city and they watch it. I watch it just for survival purposes because they are the absolute experts in surviving
Geniuses, they have
without
stuff rigged
anything.
up.
And that
Yes.
is one of the things that they absolute majority of them absolutely have is a
And they
tarp. You can
use
make
those
a roof. You
tarps,
can make so many things with a tarp.
windbreak, whatever,
Absolutely,
So
privacy rooms, so many things. A tarp is a must. Have a couple of those inside your kit.
Yeah, and like you see in Hollywood, those shopping carts are only good for urban areas. You really don't want to be out there with that left one of those wheels, drawing attention to yourself. So
Right.
stay away from that if you can. Find your wagon or find your wheelbarrow, something that doesn't make a lot of noise if you need to add stuff to it.
Right. Another thing you have is like a 16-hour candle.
Hmm.
It's a
candles.
fire candle. You can use this for so you can use this for cooking. You can use this for light. Anything. It's just good to have a candle that will maintain and give you fire for 16 hours. You could take this and light anything else that you need to light with it.
And the number of BTUs that you get for heating out of a candle are enormous. You can actually survive in
Yeah.
relatively cold conditions if you're in a sealed environment. Just by lighting
Absolutely.
yourself up a couple
Yeah.
minutes. Candles go really, really far. And again, cheap.
Absolutely.
How much do candles cost?
Hmm. This is another container for those weather wind, waterproof, windproof matches. Has the striker holes into it. Where can I? There you go. Yeah.
You guys, you
See?
synchronize. I can
Right.
grab my.
Exactly.
We got we on the same page.
There we go. There we go.
And this is a packet. It's a fire starter, so it's loose inside here. I don't know if you can see the instructions in the back. You can just put a little bit at a time, light it, and then go from there with it. So these are good to have. Get a couple packs, put them in different bags, so you have a source of fire. How to get it, how to create it. Hi, Ayo, how you doing? Good to see you.
And also get comfortable wearing your backpack around the
What's
house.
that?
Please,
Yeah,
people.
like I said, again, wearing this
Please.
thing.
Yes.
I think I got it up to 17 pounds now, which is not a whole lot, but
Mhm.
I have a tremendous amount of gear and it's
Mhm.
relatively comfortable. So, but I
Mhm.
wouldn't know it until I put it on. So,
And
again,
that's
get
what some people need to understand. Learn the CWR. CWR is what we learn: crawl, walk, and run. If you can
Yep.
do it with a firearm, you can do it with a backpack and a gun.
And I did exactly that. Last night I was like on my back, falling down on my side, seeing how comfortable it was to be on my
Yeah.
stomach. And it
Uh-huh.
spoke to me. I found out, I think I had my radio up here before. When I went
Hmm.
down to the ground, thing poked me in the eye.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
I was like, okay, in a real world situation, that would not be good. So I had
Yeah.
to
You gotta move. You gotta
rearrange some
adjust
stuff
it.
and move stuff around. So, get in there and move around.
Yeah,
Good stuff,
you definitely have to. Mhm.
It's,
man.
hey
One of the other
yo.
things I wanted to talk about, I think I talked about antibiotic ointments.
Yeah.
One of the things that you can do, and the better thing to do, is get the ophthalmic, the one
Uh-huh.
that you use for your eye,
Okay.
because it's a little bit higher grade, but it can be used on other wounds and stuff like that. So
Nice.
go out there, go to the store, get that ophthalmic antibiotic ointment, because one of the biggest things when you're out in the field, you get dust in your eye, a burn, something like that. You get an abrasion on your cornea that can lead to an infection and put you out of commission for quite a bit of time. So you want to be able to have that simple antibiotic ointment that you can use in your eye. You can do
Right.
double duty on wounds and cuts everywhere else. So that's a huge thing. Don't just go out and buy, oh, let's get the ophthalmic and carry that in your kit.
That's a good idea. I gotta get those.
Yeah.
Get that one. I don't have that one. It's just be
Good AO.
Make sure.
he's at. Mm-hmm.
Gotta have your tourniquet.
Absolutely.
Tourniquets are That's a big thing. I'm working on those
Life.
videos for that, but
Mhm.
tourniquets are something that you got to be able to use on
Mhm.
yourself, first of all, because if you can't help yourself, you can't help somebody else. So if you're down and out, you can't do that buddy care, but that's something you need to practice and know how to use and put on an extremity, wherever it is,
Mhm.
for, and be able to put it on in a short period of time. You were talking about the seconds. Did he say how many seconds was it that you had to put it on?
For to don your mask,
Yeah.
I say
Was it like
immediately as soon as
Yeah.
Was it
as soon
like
as
three
you know
seconds or
it.
something like
Yeah.
that? You have a little bit longer with the tourniquet. You have maybe
Yeah.
30 seconds,
I
but
think it's
it's
maybe
also
5 seconds.
yeah. So
Donning that on, donning it on, putting it on and everything, adjusting
The tourniquet or the mask? I'm sorry, I got confused. I
for the
it.
mask,
was talking about the mask. Sorry.
yeah, so the mask. That's something we again had to practice. Luca, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Hi,
How you
Yoga.
doing, man?
Brother Q, what's up? BP,
Going on.
what's up?
I just want to say a quick shout out to True Butter. True Butter gave
Oh,
me a couple of these, so
nice.
I'm
Oh,
sending them
thank
out
you.
to some people. Yes. So I already spoke to you about it, Ben, and I spoke to RDG
Yes.
about it. And I just want to shout out True Butter. And this is what I mean by community coming together and making sure that we're good. So we really need to take it seriously. And for those who do take it seriously, I appreciate you so much, because the more of us spread out and just even if we touch another person or two people, that's just more
Yeah.
people. The more of us on the same page, when stuff does happen, we now have a community that we can network within to maintain within.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
And
Shout
I
out to
know.
Butter. Thank you so much.
Salute you, brother.
Yeah, I noticed today at the gun show also that the table is getting bigger for survival
Yeah.
equipment.
I
The
went to
section over there is getting a whole lot bigger than the previous shows.
mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
It's becoming a big thing now. Like I don't know. I don't know if you noticed the prices of certain things are going up within the prepper community.
Oh
They're
yeah.
realizing that more people are doing this, so of course they're going to,
Yeah. Prices are skyrocketing for some.
yes, like stuff that was so cheap before. You're really paying like this. The paracord. Wow,
Yeah, that's
like $35
inflation.
for paracord. I was like, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
And you called
I
you
tell anybody, well,
spending on
you
that a
know, a
lot.
good section, you want to get some longer cord and the bigger size 550 cord, Home Depot. They have a nice section. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look around. This one was 35, but I saw a nice one, what I was telling you about, that had the copper wire, the fishing wire,
Uh-huh.
the strands for the
Fishing
tinder, things
line.
like that.
Yes.
that one was 35 for the roll. So I was just like, wow, even cord is so expensive. But you never know, right? Better to have it than not to have it.
That's so true. That is so true. Get out there and get those canteens, people. Make sure we got those that's right, you know.
And comms is very important. That's Hookah's area right there. Like, you can have all this stuff, but if you have nobody to talk to or plan with or figure out what's going on over there whilst you're over here and communicate information back and forth to,
Oh yeah.
again, you put yourself at a disadvantage. I know quite a few people in RDG's live were saying that they wanted the ham radios. Ham radios are relatively cheap right now. Like, try to tap in and get that. Buy two at a time. Zach made a really good point. Yep, right, exactly. Zach made a really good point. We were actually looking at one, and he said get two so that you can have for another family member communications in case you split up. But who could probably even tell you the importance of having comms, because that was his thing in the military, right? Jump in there.
Comms, baby. Gotta have that comms. Everybody know, hell, even in the civilian way. You think about your cell phone.
Right. Have a heart attack. Leave that cell phone.
Think about the telephones back in the day. Think about pay phones, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, even before then, people were using smoke signals and lights and all that stuff. So signal is very important. Communication is very important from long distances. So you definitely need that.
Yeah.
And, you know, stuff goes down. You may have to use those old ways of communicating, like radios, and even having to go back to Morse code. And definitely want to do that kind of stuff. Like I said, I don't know if everybody went online and printed the Morse code charts, and it shows you what the letters and all that stuff, how you could do it. The lots of diz and das. So, you know, once you can kind of partially memorize it, like write out certain things like SOS, you know, what is it? Was it da 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 did right? Something like that. So once you actually start to go through that, you can actually be able to create messages.
Yeah.
Right. With
Where I learned mine from? The back of a Captain Crunchberry's box.
There you go.
Oh, wow. I remember that. You're showing our age.
Remember the little walkie-talkies back in the day? They used to have the Morse code on the side. Yep. Slick, what's up? What's up, people in the chat? My bad. I'm just trolling trolls on Facebook, man.
Look at Zach. What's going on, Zach?
Mm-hmm.
My bad. I was just trolling trolls because, you know, I'm sure if you haven't heard, I've gone viral, apparently.
What?
How?
From shooting the Jay's full auto Desert Eagle that Mr. Whip built. So all the people, obviously, a lot of you learn from the comments of who knows what and who doesn't know what and who thinks they know something.
What are they trolling? How can they troll? Are they saying it's fake or something? Or what are they doing?
Oh, the safety part is smaller, but it's the legality part that's the biggest thing. You know,
I think we got to do things illegal.
And then of course, and then of course the control part. Of course, I invited a couple of people to the range to show me, you know, because I've been called a clown a couple of times. I'm like, oh, you come to the range and show me how it's done.
Wow.
You know, of course, actually, I don't like trolls. I wish trolls would get COVID-19 and burn in a house fire. I don't like trolls.
Really you know, we got to survive, and just man, it's always going to be like that.
Yeah. That's one of my pet peeves. I'm kind of evenly keeled at times, but I think that's one of the things I'm like, damn, why can't that troll get hit by a bus? You know, and I'm there to have to try to like revive them, and I'm like, oh, I remember you.
You were the one, exactly.
Yeah. You ain't keyboard commandoing right now.
Exactly.
But anyway, off of that,
don't let them get to you, man. Don't let them get to you.
I saw you talk about some fire. I see you guys had some fire sources there. I saw that.
Oh yeah, we just
a couple of. Would you have so you had that old Zippo there?
Yeah, that's what the orange thing that I couldn't get going, right? The Zippo.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The butane. Oh yeah, you got the butane torches. Did you see the one where
flint stick?
Yeah, of course you gotta have the flint sticks. Of course. Mm-hmm. And you see the one where you actually charge, right? That has like the little X. It's almost like electric or a laser type.
Yeah, I did see those. Yeah.
And you know, of course, the disadvantage is what can you charge it with, right?
Mhm.
How are you gonna be able to charge a USB if everything goes down? There's no power grid. Well, that's we got one of these little Jimmy Jams for here. There you go, little wind up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Now we're synchronized. We're synchronized too.
There you go.
Mine
Or
backed away.
the one where they actually have a little solar panel. There you go.
Mhm.
And have you seen the one actually that you can make fire where you can cook like a
Yes.
tea
Yes.
kettle on
Parabolic
there?
mirrors they have, and then
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
That's it. That's nice. I like
And
that.
there's definitely want to have that. Or you know, if you have a vehicle, you got a little way you go a vehicle. Of course, you have the smaller portable generators as well.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
that you get a couple of batteries with, or solar power generators. There's so many different ways that you could use, even though technology may not necessarily be ample a lot of it, but there is enough for you to actually be able to maneuver with,
exactly.
as long as you don't mind walking around with a lot. Just you got to add that to your modern day equipment, right?
Yeah.
So, like technology, small solar panels and stuff like that. Yeah, because this thing's got a little solar joint on there as well.
Yeah, like
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
It's 5 sources of power: battery, solar,
Yep.
the
And
crank,
people, make
lithium-ion
sure
battery, and regular batteries.
you get your state map.
Yes. Definitely need those road atlases, or like how BP had it. If you get those paper ones, of course, and then also the backup one on a cell phone or a tablet.
That's why I have 2.
You can have it
Backup,
stored
so I
on
can
there.
charge from here.
Mhm.
Keep it in my kit right here, so I have my maps and everything else. I can keep them charged. In case it's broken, I have those 2. Plus, I have my paper map as well. So you know,
And
just
that's
having a
going to be the
backup.
next video we're going to have. I'm going to show you how to clean your phone. Just grab one off the shelf that hasn't been used and how to access it by using Wi-Fi and everything.
That'd be
You'll
nice.
amazed.
I got a tablet or 2 that I need to sanitize and be able to use for that.
I have a tablet here. I haven't used. I need to find a use for this tablet. I haven't used it
Oh yeah.
in ages. So
And my recommendation, well, could you use either? Which would you recommend? Which would be an easier one to sanitize? Would it be the Apple Apple version or the Android version?
I'm thinking
Phone wise, are you talking about laptop or?
I'm talking about tablet. In the case that you need to sanitize it to use it for storage of media, like the apps.
Or Android.
Android.
Android too.
Because drag and drop.
You can always drop a USB stick into an Android and it can upload. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Definitely more drag and drop capability versus Apple being more proprietary.
Extremely proprietary.
Google is definitely a more.
Backdoors and
I can take an Android tablet and drop the Windows OS inside of it, as long as I got it on the USB stick.
Right. Can you do the same thing with Chromebooks too? Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's another thing. That's another thing to get y'all. Get you an old Chromebook.
Yeah.
And use that as well. That's definitely a nice thing to have if you don't want to do tablet and you want to punch instead of having to do digital keys. You can use the analog keys like a laptop. Get a Chromebook. Definitely get phones and tablets. And
repurpose those things. Don't throw people. I see people literally throw them away in the trash.
Yeah, no,
repurpose those things.
And I can show you how to access it. I even call people, Carbon, I call back. A lot of people from Washington, from
you caught me from West Virginia somewhere.
Yeah, from West
Virginia. Definitely.
West Virginia.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, I definitely want to do that, man.
Yeah.
Because even let's say everything shuts down, it's still going to be the government's still going to have theirs up.
Oh yeah.
They're going to the government entities, maybe not all organizations, but the critical ones, the governing bodies, the leadership, they're going to have comms, so you can always feed off of there.
Oh yeah.
Right, but you have to make sure you have a level of encryption because somebody can intercept your comms. So it's a lot, man. We don't realize how it's a lot. It's just simple things around the house, like old phones, right? Somebody with cyber with a cyber background that can show you how to set it up, and somebody with comms background. You got medical, just simple stuff, and you got simple stuff around the house. Like that definitely will be one of those tools and resources. Yeah, Zach, man, that's a good lighter, man. I want to get one of those. I have the Zippos and the Butane Torches. Yep.
Nice. So can you take those tenor mesh? If I'm saying it right, the tenor mesh, they're like little look like a little keychain, but they allow you to have communication. You just got to set them up in certain areas all over.
Oh, okay. Is there something like you hang in a tree or something like that?
Right. You put it on certain locations so that you could keep it contact, whatever. What do you
Yes.
think about those?
I kind of know what you're talking about. Yeah, something like antenna source.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talking about your what radio?
No,
It's
it's
a,
talking about the antenna. Like there's like a mesh. I think it's like something you would hang in. I can't think of the name of it either.
hold on, I'll pull it up.
It's like when you can hang in a tree,
Oh, okay. I
tree or
got
something
you.
like that.
And you can ping off of, like, if there's nothing, everything is down, you can ping off of them. You can still send messages.
Oh, okay.
Let me just.
Yeah, I
Kind
know
of
what
like
you're
a
talking about. I think
probably like
it's,
a source, like a
like
almost
a
like an
repeater.
access point.
A repeater.
Yeah,
Transmitter and repeater. Yeah.
Yes.
repeat. There you go. There it is. So I'm trying to think of what else is there out there that you. So I'm thinking, we definitely got to do some serious classes. I still got to do that pace count class. People can know their pace count.
These things, I don't know if you can see it. The tenor mesh.
Oh, okay.
And you, so like if you're on the go or whatever, or you trying, the whole block is out, the area. If your house has it, my house has it, we can still communicate.
Oh, got you.
with
Okay.
them.
Got you. Oh, yeah.
Like almost like a transponder, I guess.
Right. I think pretty much that's what it is. I saw them talking about it, but I wasn't really too familiar about it.
Yeah.
They're saying they're good for the bug out, for your bug out bag, so you can. I don't know if I can show you this picture.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things you want to.
See, I can have this ready set up when I can just run with it, just clear it up and just add the access what I wanted to do on it.
Wow.
Yeah. You'd be amazed, man. Some of
Coy,
these
what up?
that you can access and pick up. They tell you can only call emergencies, but you can use this on a day-to-day thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
But that's something good to come in hand with.
Definitely, I think so.
Phone charges. There he is. There he is.
Mhm.
What's new? What's new?
He
Hey,
said,
what's going on, y'all? What's up?
What's up, brother?
What's wrong, man?
Nothing much, man. Just been running around all day.
That's good.
Yeah.
time of the year.
So at the science fair today. So
Yeah, we're talking about certain items and how to have comms during, a blackout or EMP.
Okay. I saw Arthur talking about the Morse code. I remember back in the day having the old school walkie-talkies that had the little guide on there on how to actually do Morse code.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish
they
I still
didn't
had
call it
those.
survival back then, though, did they?
So many ex-military personnel, like, y'all should do a class on Morse code.
Sure. That's no problem.
You guys should
Mhm.
do a class.
Okay. Yeah, that's something, I work on it, because I want to have everybody up and running on phones, these phones, because I have some laying around and I just
Mhm.
can show you how to use these. Like I said, they're still usable. You don't have to
Mhm.
have a service or carry a month. Just got to have a certain application that I'll express in, in our next.
Yeah, simple
Okay.
fact that they can't even get the chips for a lot of these computers, those games, cars, the newer cars now.
Yeah.
You can keep those old phones and things like that just to have something to fall back on.
Exactly.
Yeah, because all it is basically you don't need a SIMS card. You just need an SD card and a certain app to run everything that you need.
Right.
And just start and run just like a regular phone.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's easier with Android phones than Apple phones?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But one thing about Apple, they can still run. I'm working on it. They can actually run and contact and call. They don't have that problem. Android has a situation where you have to upload. You have to upload certain things. But
Okay.
the tablets, iPad tablets, I haven't tried anything on that. But Android tablet, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clay said a 9-volt and 2 iPhone receivers.
A 9-volt?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Wait, what does that mean?
Like the big old square ones? Or
people say a lot of jailbreak, but I hate using that term. That is, in tech terms, that's politically incorrect. Using that. Hold on, let me see. What is he talking about?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
He said a phone receiver. Koi said phone receiver.
Oh, is he trying to access? Well,
Koi, you got to tell me about that. I don't know what that is.
explain, Coy.
He said it's a phone receiver, but you can receive the calls with it, with the 9-volt and 2 iPhone receivers.
Really?
I'm not sure.
I never heard of that.
No, let me cut this one on. Let me give you a call. Because I never heard that one either, because the application that I did this, it gives me crazy numbers, but hey, I'm not notified. It's like I called you that day, Zach, and you like, wait a minute, West Virginia.
Right? Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, who's this?
Yeah. Let's see. And I just showed you, huh?
Tap and Access. Anybody familiar with the Signal app?
I used it before.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
What's that?
It's encrypted. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's because basically it's an encrypted app, and they don't save the messages and stuff. Like you can set it to disappear and things like that.
Yeah. It's basically a base platform where they junction off, don't get me wrong, but WhatsApp.
Right.
Yeah.
Koi said wire. Old school phone receivers use with a twisted.
Oh yeah, old school phone receiver, not iPhone. Okay.
Cover.
Yeah, I actually like to try that.
Yeah.
Old school. Yeah.
Experiment.
Yeah, I'd like to try that. Finding an old school phone is a thing.
Oh.
I ain't seen one of those in a long time.
Yeah, the rotary phones.
Thrift stores have those. eBay has them. Thrift stores have them.
I think I have a couple in the closet somewhere. I haven't looked.
Yeah, I have a rotary phone, still works even with the power out.
Yeah, they still work if you got a regular phone line.
Yeah.
I have to try that.
Yeah, I don't have it yet. We do have to try it. I want to see how that works.
Yeah.
That's a good experiment. Just do a little Zach.
Right?
Watch
Yeah.
this.
School project, right?
Yeah. That's something to look into. I'll try that this week. And Saturday I'll let you see, let you know how that come out. But I'm gonna be working on this for everybody. So that way you got stuff laying around the house. I'll send you the application and what you need to do and how to access it. Because it works. It has no carrier.
And you can make calls on it.
Yeah. Just from my hand.
I'll go buy me a cheap Android phone just so I can do that.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's it.
Because I don't have any Android phones. I've been iPhone for a long time.
Yeah, I feel you. And I have one that's an old classic here. I mean,
I took my sons. I upgraded him to an Apple 13, iPhone 13. So I took his. That's one of the ones I keep in my kit for my mattress and stuff.
Yeah. I got an older one. Like I forget which one I got from my wife. I have one, an old one, but the screen is kind of jacked up. But I kept it anyway.
No, that's
definitely use that.
For sure.
I like that, being able to make a phone call without a carrier. That's a real emergency.
Yes, tapping.
That's a good burner phone.
Nemesis. Soldering is a good skill to learn. It sure is.
Yeah, soldering, yeah, definitely. Especially when you're doing like wires or stuff like that, and you do a splicing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up teaching myself. I can do it pretty good because like I'm into RC cars too.
Yeah.
When you want to change the battery connectors to a specific type of one, you got to solder. But the first ones I did looked kind of janky, but it worked, and I got a little better at it. But it works though.
No one says it's got to look good. It's just got to perform.
Right.
Since I'm old, they used to have those back in school. They used to have a shop class. I always took electric shop.
Yeah.
We
took a lot of class.
The BP, we had wood shop. We had that.
I took wood shop 1 year. I didn't like it. So I went back to electric shop. So.
Yeah, those
at wood.
I took metal shop too.
Yeah.
Metal shop.
Yep. That's the one
Future
thing.
Farmers of America.
One thing I regretted because I went to Flushing High School and they had an automotive program. I just wasn't into that. I mean, they had a full garage with 2 big bays and everything, all the tools and everything. I just wasn't into that, so I never got into it. I regret it now, but I should have got into that because it was all available.
Ain't
I
too
didn't
late.
want to do it.
Yeah,
You talk
everything.
about
I mean,
survival skills.
it's too late to get it for free.
Well, no, it's a
Gotta
good
pay
point to
for it,
have
yeah.
if you find a carburetor engine.
Those
The
are all
EMP
good
hit,
survival
really,
skills. All that
yeah.
stuff is survival skills. Soldering,
Okay.
metalwork, working on cars. You may have to, get a car running. You're on the run trying to get it from one place to another. If you know some basics, hey, there's an old car sitting there.
I
You
know
just
how
need
to.
to get moving.
Oh yeah, I know how to get a car started without a key. That's another
Yeah.
part of my life.
Well,
I know how to get cars
we're not
started.
talking
That ain't no
Statute of
problem.
limitations.
Oh, statute of limitations is up. It's been a long time. It's up. Statute of limitations is up.
Don't show a gun, but you're on the run.
Right.
Shout out to Queens and the
Good
street.
skill
right.
to have. Good
I went to
skill.
Hillcrest for 2 years.
You went
$2.
to Hillcrest?
$2.
For
So,
2
Oh,
years.
okay.
That stinking
All right.
hill.
Yeah.
Climbing
You
that
was
big
over there in Jamaica, Hillcrest, Jamaica High.
Yeah.
You was over there in the thick of it.
Sure
there
enough.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I said, a lot of people really, I noticed the other day something got on the carbon Q skin when they're not participating, when people are not participating on the survival thing. And it's really, it's really sad, you know what I'm saying? Because they're so focused on other things, then you have to realize, wait a minute, if you got all this, how are you going to survive? Like she said, you can't eat bullets.
No, you can't. Can't drink them either.
Yeah, you can't.
Shout out to Texas and their great gun laws, but they're terrible with power grid.
Yeah.
Hey, I lived it, man. That's why you think I'm pushing so hard to make sure that, because like 90% of my stuff was good, but
I'll be
like
right
that
back.
communications was bad, a couple other things. So I, tried to fill in those holes because they've done basically zero work. So any insult to that power grid, you may lose the whole thing for quite a bit of time. So hopefully that's not the case, but I'm not sure. Wait to see.
And it made it crazy because it happened at a time where you had an unprecedented weather change.
Yeah.
Exactly. Double whammy, right?
And businesses lost billions of dollars. People lost their lives. And that's the biggest thing. People don't even talk about those numbers that died right then and the subsequent deaths afterwards as a result of that incident. And I know people personally who died because of that.
That's nothing no joke, man. It's like,
so it's crazy.
That power grid is very important because, unless you got a generator, which most people don't, right? Or you know how to be able to handle cold weather, right? Whether it be the right clothing, the right blankets, and then knowing how to hydrate yourself, because people think that hydrating is just for when you're hot. No, it's all the time.
Too, yeah.
You're losing that water every time you take a breath out. You're losing,
moisture.
Moisture. Water. Every time you go to the restroom, number 1 or 2, you're losing water. Through your skin, you're losing water. So
especially if you take medication, you need that to circulate
through. The biggest thing. And in Texas, the number of people with diabetes, like I said, every week I go to the TDI, Texas Diabetes Institute, and it's packed of people that look like you and me. It's
exactly all of us.
And they lose those medications that have to be refrigerated, this, that, and the other, and we see the results of what happens. So, and it could happen anywhere. It happened statewide. It wasn't just like that was a statewide
issue.
So.
Yeah, definitely.
It happened anywhere. So
definitely a very trying time. So
exactly, especially when we're the majority that's always looked at, and 9 times out of 10 at the disadvantage. Take the advantage this time and get yourself right.
And get it now, like you said, because it's going to cost more later. We already are seeing that upward spike in prices. So if you wait till next week or the week after that, every week we have less funds to get the stuff. That means we're going to be able to get less as time goes on. So get those resources now before you have to get them at a premium. Because
it's getting scarce in Walmart over there in the camping section. Very scarce.
So it's not a joke. Like Carbon pointed out, if they're preparing, if they're prepping, we need to do it. If they're
these are quote unquote the elites where they have everything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
They're looking at bunkers, underground bunkers, stacking their things together, putting away their stuff. You know,
because they have tons of resources, and they're doing that.
yeah, and
So,
that's what they're doing. So
yeah.
you need to like take, and they're making that public. Like these people are actually coming out and saying, you know, this is what such and such is doing. What's his name? The one nobody likes.
Bezos,
I don't know. I didn't
oh,
say his name.
Microsoft guy, Bill Gates, or
Okay, right.
Yeah,
Every house that he owns
buying land, farms, this, that, and the other. It's like,
bunker.
dude,
has a bunker in every house
has
that
a
he
bunker. Yep.
owns,
Yep.
and
So,
that alone should raise red
red
flags.
flag. Exactly.
What? Like, all right.
What easy is going on? Yeah.
Like I was looking up. I did my homework on those generators for your homes.
Yeah.
Man, the prices to keep them things running is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is like those gas generators that you can have built in your
Yeah, those
house.
are crazy, crazy, crazy prices.
$10,000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
You can
like the
get
one Lead Farmer had.
And
He
just
has the
run
one
for a
that's like
whole
for
month.
about
That's about
$450 that you
$5,000.
can do everything pretty
the
much
Blue
that
Eddie,
you need to do.
Huh?
Mhm.
the Blue Eddie with a
Yeah.
he has several different ones. He has a really great channel with
Yeah.
generators,
Oh yeah.
telling you
He
which
has a
ones
lot
to
of good
get.
stuff.
Like he
So,
does a lot of great work with that. Lead Farmer, I think it's 74.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't checked him out, check him out.
and then what's the sister's name who
73.
he works with?
I'm
Lead
sorry.
Farmer 73.
Yes. Thank you, Zach.
What's the sister's name who he works with?
Homestead Heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I started following him during when the whole pandemic thing started. I've learned a
Excellent
lot. That's
resource.
how I learned how to garden. I learned about a lot of different things
Cannery.
Yeah.
from
And
him.
Canadian Prepper too. He
I
has
love
a
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's really-
ton of good
Alaskan
stuff, man.
Prepper too.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I haven't checked Alaskan Prepper. I gotta check him out.
Um,
I gotta check that one out.
I like the Angry Prepper because he kind of keeps you up to date with new stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You kind of see a different point of view with that. Even though it says Angry Prepper, he kind of just even though he's based out of New York, but he's a firefighter,
I'm not used to
Mhm.
and
it.
you know he basically tell you what's going on between him and Canadian Prepper with things that's going on worldwide.
Current New World.
Watching those two the most.
I think people you get really complacent because
Yeah.
it's so easy to walk into some place and get something. And even during the height of the pandemic, and when you were walking to a store, and all the stuff that you wanted regularly was just gone.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it started coming back, people started slacking up. And I'm
Yeah.
serious about mine, and I backed off a little bit too. I'm
Yeah.
never gonna ever stop, but I backed off because the conditions changed. Just imagine people who don't think about it at all, don't take it seriously. Now you don't want to be caught out there the way you don't have anything.
Water,
Where
water,
you're standing
water.
you're standing in line for 2 hours trying to get one case of water with 24 bottles in it.
That's
Right.
the worst
That's why
position to be in, man.
now people need to be building up everything. I mean, just grabbing whatever you can. People, oh, you're hoarding. You want to know something? So be it.
Yeah.
And let me know that it's almost like every man for himself thing, unless you're part of some community, because they're not gonna look out for you. They're just not. People were buying so much stuff that they had to put up signs that you can't return things, because people were trying to come back and return toilet paper and cases of water and things like that because they bought too much when they actually should have just kept it all.
Which is crazy. Why would you return that? You're gonna have to use it
Right.
anyway. So. But
You can drink it anyway. Just drink it.
They're in the
Yeah.
moment, man. When you're in the moment and just seeing people, like today when I walked around the gun show, I was just looking for this piece, that part. Oh, they got some survival stuff I need to grab over here. Some tent spikes, certain things that you need down the road, not just like saying, oh, I need this, I need that gun, You can only carry what you need, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You need farming tools. Alaskan Prepper is great with that, and Lead Farmer is great with that. You need farming tools. You have seeds, but you have no farming tools. So what good are the seeds? Like, how are you gonna till the land? Like, it's prepping goes all the way around. It's a different way of life. It doesn't have to be your everything in your life, but it should be a skill. Like you guys were just talking about, home ec, whatchamacallit, wood shop,
Yeah.
all of that stuff. Those were things that taught you how to prep. Basically, you were becoming self-sufficient. You knew how to fix a clock, a car, whatever the case may be, crack an egg, make a cake. Those were skills that you were taught, life building skills, and this is like kind of what we're getting back to with prepping. In case
Yeah,
you need
you don't think about that stuff. Like my dad, because he grew up in Brooklyn,
Mhm.
and Bolivar had a big factory there. It was right off Queens, right after Grand Central Parkway.
Yeah.
My father used to go there That's where he learned how to do watches and things like that. And growing up, you never think of, Dad, teach me how to do that. You know, you into all the types of things. If I'd have known then what I know now, I know how to do all that stuff, all the little intricate stuff with the watches and everything. That's something that he just happened to learn how to do. I forget how he got into it, but he ended up learning how to be like a watch guy at Boulevard.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was, and those are the type of things that you sort of take them for granted. Now I wish I could get all that stuff back and be able to learn and know how to do all that stuff.
My grandfather could fix anything. You put it in front of him.
Mine too. He used to build. He used to build stuff. That was his thing. He used to build, or he used to build us toys and build us bowling alleys and all type of those stuff. We used to use like motors from washing machines and things like that. 'Cause he was an auto mechanic. You never think about this stuff until it's too late.
Oh, that's true, man. That's so true, man. Getting yourself inundated with a generator. Because you might come up on an area that has a nice generator and it might be diesel. What you gonna do then? You know? How to start it? Yeah.
It's so
just being able to figure out how to take some parts, alternator and generator from a car, and hook that up to a battery, battery source, and just you can use bits and pieces from stuff that's you scavenge. Having those skill sets to be able to do that kind of stuff. If you don't know, that's the one good thing about YouTube. That information is up there.
Delray Dan made a point. Delray Dan, he said everything he buys, he tries to get it solar powered. From lamps to battery chargers, water filtration systems, air compressor coolers, small heaters, and you have a solar powered chainsaw? That's dope. Like,
yeah, I've never seen that. I want that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, solar power. I just want it because it's a solar powered chainsaw.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Yeah.
Compressor solar powered. I could use one of those.
Plates.
Awesome. Yeah. Even with the generators, get the solar. They're extra. They're a lot. I'm not gonna lie. They're expensive, but you just utilize the sun to generate your stuff to give you some fuel, energy, whatever, electricity. It's worth it. When things.
I'd like one of those big blue eddies that can like power your whole house, but they're very expensive. Thousands of dollars.
A solar.
They're real expensive.
Lawnmower.
Oh wow!
We'll see.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen that.
I was growing up. I was a solar power lawnmower.
Right, me too.
Solar power lawnmower. I wouldn't want to grow up with that. Man, you be cutting.
With the possibility of turning that into a vehicle, a solar powered vehicle, that would be great. Take over the
kid's nightmare, man. You can't have no gas excuse. Hey, I need some gas. Don't worry about it. Cut it tomorrow. Solar power.
That's why I like the fact we have so many different people that know how to do so many different things. That's why I would like I want to do the whole Canon thing because it's important. We make jokes about it and laugh about it and everything, but that could actually sometimes could like save you if you were hungry or something.
Right.
And then you got people who are auto mechanics and things like who could show us how to do things. How to like take an alternator and use it to run stuff. You want people who can do stuff like that, work with small motors and things like that.
Right.
We need to have those type of things because we have those type of people in our community.
Yeah.
Who could let's showcase those people. Show us how to do this. So we all know how to do it.
Man. Having an expo one day.
Just
meet up for training and for expo for tent. Pitching a tent, reading a conference.
Right.
Yep. Pitching a tent. Well, pause, son. Pause.
What's that?
Pitching a tent.
I'm sorry.
Oh, something over my head. I just putting up a tent, man. Put up a tent.
Pitching a tent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm saying.
Oh, silly, yo.
I was like, okay.
But that's a good idea. We have an annual, shooting expo, or get together maybe one time, it's not every year. Just have, we should those skill sets. And
we can give classes and stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Those things that people don't really think about because a lot of times you always think about meeting up somewhere because you're gonna do some sort of tactical something or whatever. Just meet up just to do regular stuff. It'd be almost like a home economics expo or something like that. It would include mechanical stuff and things like that. Yeah. I mean, even if you had somebody that listen, we're gonna have some cooking classes just so you can learn the basics of some people don't know how to boil water, and that's true.
Burn water.
They don't. They'll burn water.
Oh, okay. All right. I had to look up definition. That's urban definition.
Good, great trivia.
I was like, wait a minute. I'm sitting up here like, wait a minute. They showing tents and stuff. What I say wrong?
Truetta said some people never learn how to read a paper map and or almanac.
That's
Yep.
true. They don't.
But I'm not afraid to say it. Like somebody could teach me. I'm more than willing to learn.
I wish
Get
somebody
your
would,
USCCA,
Mm-hmm.
and they give you this.
Mm-hmm.
What's what tools you got in there? Is there a protractor in there?
Yeah. Then you got this. You got a compass.
Compass. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You got your 550 cord.
Mm-hmm.
You have your Leatherman's tool.
Mm-hmm.
I got a USB stick and a hat.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
There's a lot of stuff in here, man.
That's very
But
important.
you guys, all three of you guys are military. You guys have that like map reading skills and all that, and plotting azimuth and all that.
Oh yeah.
Right now,
y'all need to
learning
teach
how to
us.
do grid coordinates. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta teach us. I want to learn how to do that stuff.
6,
Gotta know
10
your line.
digit grids. Absolutely.
Your line, your lads, your clicks.
Yep.
Yeah,
Clicks.
I want to learn that stuff.
Yep.
Y'all should put on
Yep.
the expo.
Yeah,
I know
man.
there's a lot of other military guys in here too that probably know that stuff very well too,
And women.
and women too.
And
Thank
women.
Yeah.
I wasn't being exclusive. I wasn't excluding anybody.
Military personnel.
There you go.
Yes,
Thank
military
you,
personnel.
Getting them back on me.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what it means.
Now learn how to,
I
definitely
think that'll be a great class. Yes,
6,
definitely.
8, and 10 digit grids to the right and up, Latin law.
Yeah.
And yeah, because like your 6 digit grid is, was it 100 meters?
You're right. Yeah.
8 is 10, and then 8 is 10 meters, and then 10 is like 1 meter within 1 meter of the location.
The radius.
Yep.
You see, I don't know what the heck you talking about.
Get you some good maps.
Yeah, I
Just
got
find
the
the-
old green ones, man. I got a couple of green ones in there.
I got a real
Oh, my
good
green ones
compass,
got stolen.
Oh,
A
for
real
real?
good friend of mine got me one. She's in the Air Force, and she got me a really like a real compass.
Yeah. They come in
They got
handy,
it for
man.
me.
You slap it on your
A
map.
lot of fun just to pick out a point and how to look at elevation and distance and count up throughout their steps and just practice. Just reading maps and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we gotta do that. That's interesting too.
Yeah, that would be a nice meetup expedition. First day, getting everything, how to do solar panel generators, start generators, cannery, filtration systems.
Yeah, right. Do water filtration, all type of, just like it would something different because they always do like a one-stop shop sort of thing. Like have something big, even if it's several days, so you can go over this stuff. You're not going to learn everything, but at least you can learn the basics. And you can have a baseline, so you can go home and continue your education while you're away. So then next time we have another one, you come back, you learn more, and more people can contribute to where you get these groups because you'll get that. Like here where I am, it's really just me. It's me and Blaze. He lives up the road, and there's one other guy from Cincinnati. And if we could get together and you have those little groups, you learn stuff, and then you come back and just makes sure you are a little bit stronger. That would be great. Yeah, Q, we gotta talk about that.
Yeah,
because I'm about
I agree.
2 hours away from Drake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to do it. It's a good experience to have, so you don't have that shell shock when stuff really does happen. You kind of know how to get to a location, put your little campsite together right quick and break it down just as fast because 9 times out of 10 you got to get in and get out.
Gotta bug out,
That's-
get the heck out.
That's the stuff that I want to pass on too, because we pass that on to the youngsters. Because that's a lot of that stuff. Like I said, a lot of stuff my parents knew, my grandparents knew, but I was too busy trying to run around and do whatever when I should have been learning that stuff. And now that I have my own, I want him to know, I want her to know how to do these things, so that they're not in a deficit when that stuff comes. You may not know how to do all the popular things, but there's stuff that you'll be able to do that other people. I don't know. No, you don't, because nobody taught you. But now I can teach you, and I learn all that stuff. That's important. We teach them all of the frivolous stuff, but the important stuff, a lot of times, gets missed.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So true.
I was lucky. I was in the Boy Scouts and we have the Boys Club. We complete a lot of the
Yeah,
schools.
I remember being a Boy Scout back in the day, hookah, Cub Scout first, and then when I became a Boy Scout.
Yep, I did the Boy Scouts for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to the military.
Look, see, you went to the real Boy Scout, the big
Yeah.
Boy Scout.
Actually, Air Force was easier than the Boy Scouts.
Oh, it is.
It's true. That's very true. Absolutely.
Air Force is easier than the Boy Scouts.
Y'all got a boot camp. Y'all have boot camp, don't you?
Stuff we did
That's why
in the Boy
that's why you
Scouts.
see a
We
lot of
went
Air
to Grand
Force
Canyon
that
for
get
2
out.
weeks. We
Yeah.
packed everything, packed it in, packed it out. The 75-pound sack for 2 weeks. Went down there, packed everything in, packed it out. Just us in the Grand Canyon for 2 weeks. We did
Facts.
survival training for 3 days. Actually, I did that in the Air Force too, so that part was a little bit harder. So Air Force was.
That's crazy. True, can you highlight True Brothers comment?
What's that?
The last one. So right then I agree.
Topological.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. You got to learn those maps.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have an application that I'm loading. Where did I do this? I'm putting up some maps.
But
This
she's
is
right, was so spoiled. Mm-hmm.
application here that I have. It's a
Yeah.
map database locator for Texas.
Software.
And it does topological maps. And I'm
Oh
creating
man, that's the
laminate-
grids that you had to
laminating
read
those down
elevation.
so that I can, go out and, have my full paperwork. do
Heck
some
yeah,
stuff,
man.
bring out those
Know them
maps.
joints, man. Know
They
them.
have it
What is
printed
it?
out
Spur,
in
draw,
different
cliff,
areas.
depression,
So,
and ridge.
yeah,
Right?
So
Was it
Moving
ridge?
that howitzer, man,
then I got, that's
trajectory.
just for Texas. So
Yep.
they have them, for every state that you're in.
Mhm.
And it was
That's
relatively
funny you said
inexpensive,
that
so.
about the howitzer. I never asked my brother. That's what he was. That was his thing. That's what he
Man,
did. He
you
to
had
this
to
day,
know
that's
the
why he still loves
mathematics
blowing
of
stuff up.
elevating that thing.
Right.
Oh, the
Yeah.
howitzer?
He loves. Yeah, he loves blowing stuff up to this day. That's what he used to do.
Nice.
Yeah, it's some serious stuff. So I remember being in Camp Pendleton, those 150 millimeter howitzers going off, man. And they would let us go to the range afterwards. You see those big shells. Yeah, they have those big old shells on the range and stuff. You go into the entry shell casing.
He was at he did his basic at Fort Sill, and then he used to always go up to Fort Drum in upstate New York. That's where he would go. Well, you don't like Fort Sill?
Or Fort Drum. Water
That's
cold
where he
as hell
went.
up there.
He used to go to Fort Drum all the time.
That's a
Big
cold.
folk.
You hear me? Cold.
He said, "BP ready for the Matrix."
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
Red
man.
pill or blue pill?
Yeah, definitely gotta do that pace count joint. Definitely gotta do that.
Yeah, at nighttime we had to. What was that we had to do? The training with the what's this pace count at night,
Nightland
right?
math. Yeah, do Nightland math.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Chem
That's
Lights,
hard.
baby. Shout out to those Chem
Nighttime
Lights.
navigation.
So when you gotta look at the stars and navigate from there.
Yeah, that's
Not really.
Pace.
You had to know your pace count very well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like one step.
That's where
one
pace
the
counts
other.
come in handy. Pace count and good map reading, because you wouldn't use a straight up flashlight. You had to use either color lens or chem lights.
Uh-huh.
You'd also hit your lensatic compass, right? Because I know some of the ones that are out there, even the military ones, they have like when you hit it with the light, it has like a little part where it glows, where you can actually see where you're going.
Uh-huh.
This is a light
Pace
you would
count
use.
is like the
That's
biggest.
interesting.
Yep.
Oh, that's what you.
It has a tritium lens in the bottom of it.
Y'all should do a live on
You
that.
actually look through there and see where you're going.
This is what we had to use right here, gun.
Yeah, I had the red. We had the red lens and chem lights. Yep.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is right here, right? Knowing your pace count is really simple, right? What you want to do is, I got to give a quick little briefing right now until we actually do outside set of class. You want to do 100 feet. You can do a flat surface, 100 feet, right? Because this is giving you a estimated pace count, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's every other step is a pace, right? Up to 100 feet or 30.82 meters, I think is 100 feet. Because if you want to do it to a click, it's 1,000 meters, right? So what you want to do is every 30.82 meters, that's you do that and you divide the amount of how long it takes to get to 30.82 meters or 100 feet. So it's every other step. If you step with your left, you would count on your right. If you step with your right, then you would count on your left. And you go 1, 2, 3. Every 2 steps is a pace, right?
Okay.
and then until you get to the 100-foot marker, and that'll tell you your pace count. So that'll tell you every step, every pace that you make, right? Once you get to your pace count, you know that you've gone 30.82 meters or 100 yards. When you get to a click, it's 1,000 yards or 3,000 feet, right? Or 1,000 meters or a little like 3,200 feet. So what you want to do is you want to know how far you walked. If you walk X amount of paces, and what you can do is use a paracord or something like that, and tell, but not every several hundred meters or every click or every 200 meters. You want to pace up so you'll know how far you walk.
Yeah.
And then when you're actually walking, and like I said, it's estimated because you got to factor in that you're not always going to be walking a flat surface. You're going to be walking over trees. You're going to be walking through depressions. You're going to be walking through all kinds of stuff, right? And that's what they call dead reckoning, is when you're actually going through that stuff instead of around it, if you can. But if you're walking, right, you're doing your pace and all that stuff, and you come to an obstruction that you can't go over. You got to go around it. What you did have to do is you have to remember your pace where you are, right? Walk around that object, get around, and then once you get to, like, let's say it's a building, right? You walk up to the building, you go to the side of the building. At that corner of the building, you continue your pace count. You get to that corner, come back if you can, or you can just continue forward on, and you'll kind of get an idea where you are. But you want to try to get back as straight of the line as possible, so you can kind of, because if it's a little bit off, if you're just like 2 feet or a couple meters off, you would be going several miles in a different direction over a period of time.
That's what I use.
So you got to kind of keep track of your pace and also keep track of your direction. And every couple of 100 meters,
that's what we would use.
Check your map and your compass to make sure that you're still on point to your destination, to your rally point. So these are things you want to definitely factor in mind, and it can get even more difficult at night because everything seems a lot more further away at night. You got more distractions at night, even though it's quieter, but you still have more distractions because everything is out, right? All the animals, everything is out, and it can get a little bit more difficult to maneuver. So you want to definitely factor that in. And map reading comes into play because the last thing you want to do is at night is come across a ravine that's 600 feet down, right? And you don't realize that because you weren't paying attention, and you bust a leg or even worse, die. So you want to definitely, these are things you definitely want to factor into play when you're doing pace count. So that's why it's real critical to know your pace count, kind of be able to read a map and be able to orientate yourself.
Yeah, you fall in there. They used to say it in service. You're a ditch witch.
And sometimes
you ditch witch.
You get around that ravine, or you may have to go through it, right? So you may have to find a safe way down, maintaining your pace count, right, to a degree, because you know you're going to be a little bit off, but still maintain that same direction. Yeah. So there's a lot of moving parts. Yeah.
It's just like your bracelet you got on your arm, Carbon Q. That's how you use. You take that bracelet off and you turn it into your pace count.
That could be your pace count.
Or you have your paracord, like at the end of your life, you have knots tied into it. So you have so many, you have like 9 knots, boom, 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 boom. Then you get to 9th one, next 100, you're at,
or that's what that paracord's for.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need that training.
So
y'all gotta do that. That sounds real interesting. I'd love to be able to do that.
It's very cool, man. And here's the thing, right? We all gonna be out in Nashville for the most part, so we could break a little time off, and do a quick class on that while everybody getting their shoes on. We can do a quick class. I'll bring out like a quick little easel or something like that.
Cool.
Something to kind of, if I don't forget, just remind me throughout the time. And I dig through my crates. I still got some of the books and stuff. I got my comic books. I got all kinds of stuff. Man.
That'd be great.
Oh, that's the other thing too. At the store, the surplus store, they have those old military maps.
All those, those FN, TMs,
books how to go through there. Those are excellent resources because they have the maps in there, show you how to read, how to use They're giving them away for like $1.
Facts.
I got a place that's close to here that they do that, like, because all of the military guys, when they come home, it's like they want to get rid of their stuff. Yeah, and they take it over there. They got tons of books and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Lord forbid you learn how to shoot, man, and you got to be that spotter or the sniper, man. I was like, man, that's something I was like, no, I'm cool. I ain't gonna do that. I'll just be ammo legit.
Serious? Those are tough.
That's
Is everybody staying till Sunday? Because I think Sunday might be the best day.
Yeah, I know. I'm checking out Sunday
Yeah, I'm
morning.
checking out Sunday.
Okay.
Maybe
Monday, everybody checking out on Monday morning.
I'm checking out
I'm
Sunday morning.
checking out Sunday morning.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sunday morning.
We get
Maybe
there
let's do something.
Friday.
Y'all come. What day y'all gonna be down there?
I'm gonna get there. I'll be there Thursday afternoon.
I'll be there Thursday afternoon as well.
I'm probably be there Thursday night though.
So maybe we can do something Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
We can link
Yeah,
up.
but-
Even if it's just in
Yeah.
the conference room or one of our rooms, we could just do.
How many days we gonna have down there? Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday?
I'll be down Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. I'll be down there Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and leaving
Yeah.
Sunday.
So we can get up like Friday afternoon before we actually go out and do some stuff. We can actually
Mhm.
break, like I said, because we don't necessarily have to be out in the field to do it. We can actually do it in the hotel
Yeah.
parking lot
What's wrong?
or the do
Right.
that and just do a pace count and then just get basic stuff like that, and then you can apply that to when you go back. You go back home.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good
Okay.
stuff.
That'd be
And apply
great.
that. So yeah, we do that for sure.
Yeah, that's
Good
awesome.
I'll put on my old look. Wear that. Look. I got crap everywhere in here, man. Let me see, like, dude, I put my old hat back, man. I put my stripes on real quick.
Mhm.
That's what we had to do, man. When we became an NCO, you had to teach.
Yeah.
What'd you retire at? What'd you retire at, Hookah?
I got an E6 staff.
E6, staff
Same
sergeant.
here.
Okay.
E6 is Staff
Staff
Sergeant
sergeant
in Army.
Hookah. Staff sergeant
Yeah.
been shooting. What were you?
Staff Sergeant
BB?
Boyd.
Ooh,
Oh,
Staff sergeant.
wow. Three staff sergeants. Nice.
we got 3 swords. Sword.
Sergeant. That's right. You trying to piss me off, Airman?
Don't work for a living. That's what it is.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Curse the motherfuckers out. What's
Yeah,
great?
I used to love that, man. What the
That's
hell are you doing about the dispensary, Airman?
That's what we're gonna do, though, man. We just get over in our little corner and get our maps out, and then everybody will follow in.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll work, man. So I'll make sure I have some maps and
Mhm.
grease pencils and stuff. Just kind of do something. We can do map reading. We can do pace count. We can do read your comments, all that stuff. Kind of get a little.
Make sure I bring my comments with me, my real comments.
Yeah, I gotta bring mine for sure. So
Quantavious, are you a Stop the Bleed instructor, or you know how to do Stop the Bleed? I do believe he said he did.
Who that? QB?
Oh, he's an
Everybody should be
instructor?
taking that. Everybody should
I was
be.
asking, I wasn't sure if he's an instructor, but I know he knows how to do Stop the Bleed,
That's a good thing here, too.
right?
That's important. That's something so simple. You really
He said you got E9
tell
vibes.
somebody to survive.
I work with a bunch of them, though. Like,
Yeah.
E9, yeah.
What's special about E9? I don't know.
that would be Chief Warren Officer. Let me see now.
Chief Master.
Last Chief.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
I
posted
actually knew I
a
had a
Yeah.
when I was in high school, I had an
Master
economics
Chief.
teacher. She was a chief warrant officer,
Yeah.
but she ended up being an economics teacher. I thought that was funny, but she was military all the way, man. That woman didn't play.
Yeah.
She was about
Hey,
5
man.
feet tall. And she
Hey,
didn't
man,
play.
I'm going to tell you, man, the point is that, though, you can't play because most of your jobs and when you start working, it's life-threatening, man. You know, I've
They've seen all the
people get-
bullshit. They've been through all the stuff. They know, all the
Yeah.
ins and outs. They don't play no games. It's like they've been around too long.
accidental on safety, man. That means you going back home in a body bag.
Yeah. So
Right.
they're responsible.
'Cause
Yeah,
when
so
that war started in Iraq, you talking about friendly fire.
right.
everybody's gonna be looking to you saying, "Why did your troops do this? Why did they do that? What?"
Wow.
So you're responsible for a lot.
But hey, that's another segment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, we've done another successful.
Command Sergeant
Bible
Major.
chat.
There's a lot of guys that I see like.
I think it's
There's
Chief
a
Master
few guys.
Sergeant,
I think they're sergeant majors. They were on like TikTok. I guess it's a big deal to be a sergeant major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you get the Chief Master Sergeant. Yeah.
T9, man, you up top.
Yeah.
That's top NCO. You don't answer to too many people other than the person that you fall under most of the time. Like, Sergeant Major,
Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force.
they don't answer, usually they don't answer nobody that's less than Lieutenant Colonel.
Oh,
05 and
okay.
up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, of course you have a captain that outranks a sergeant major, but
Yeah,
in
but
E9,
in actual
but
practical knowledge and everything else, they know,
yeah,
you know.
they're not,
Yeah.
chances are that lieutenant colonel ain't gonna let that captain talk to that E9 anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
So
With
sergeant
some
major
respect,
is,
gonna
is,
tell
is
you,
the,
gonna set
to
you
get
straight.
that is a big deal.
Yeah, it's top NCO.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the only time I went into the ward room is when I had to do a safety brief for moving ammunition and what's going over to Afghanistan, what's going to Bahrain, what's going to Iraq, and the Army getting JDAMs, the Air Force is getting
Yeah, man.
The ordnance logistics is.
My son is in ordnance for the Marines. So.
Oh yeah. He
Shout out
knows.
to ordnance.
That's
There we go.
woo.
Good job.
Aberdeen, baby. That's what I'm ordnance at for the Army.
SPTSD live, bro. Cause
Yeah,
you
no.
Thanks.
shit.
Yeah, E9, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've seen guys sit on missiles smoking Newport. It ain't going nowhere.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Smoking lamp is out, mother. Like, yeah, we know the drill.
Thanks.
Man,
So it's like, yeah,
that is
it's crazy, man.
But yeah, man, I tell anybody, man, get you one of these green lights, man.
I got quite a few of them, man.
You do?
Yeah, I got to dig in the crates. I got a few of them. Yeah, I even got the old military joints you put on your old web gear.
Oh yeah, I used to have the lens covers where you can change the lenses.
Yeah.
Still got them.
Oh, you
The old
do?
flashlights, yeah.
Still got them.
I got them somewhere.
I got to dig in the crates, man. I'll pull them out for the next survival set. I'll pull out some of that old stuff, man. So the stuff I still got still works. Even I remember got the spare light too, the spare light bulb, everything.
Yeah, oh, man. Man, look at this, man. I still got my the one to put around your throat. The comms.
Yes.
Right here.
Oh damn.
Wow.
Put it right there.
Oh, the throat mic.
Yeah,
That still work. That still don't work. Hold on a second. We digging in crates. Let me see if I can dig out.
Yeah, the special operations when you had to run with them. Only time I'm
So
with them. What y'all need, huh?
You saw what Quint Saviors wrote?
What?
His uncle retired as an E9. And man is cooler than a fan. He's also a drill sergeant, but piss him off if you want to.
Yeah, don't mess around, man.
Yeah, he bought one of the green lights a while ago. Yeah, that's all good.
Most people that have a calm, cool demeanor have the complete have like a flip side, and the flip side is just as wild as the calm, cool.
Mm-hmm.
They
You
used
gotta
to
have that.
go straight.
You don't want to see that
Crazy.
switch flip, yeah. Yep.
Nice though, right there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Buying a few neck knives so you need to see.
Mm-hmm.
Got him a green light.
It's always some stuff you have, man. You don't realize until you have so much first aid when you look around like, wait a minute, what's this bag?
Mm-hmm.
I got this
You
bag.
never have too many. You know, you have one in the car, you have one at work, you have one at home, you have one.
What you say?
So I don't think you could ever have too much. Every time I get something, I'm like, I still need more. So
it's a good idea. So we should have a Telegram group started. That's a good idea.
I'm game.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I'm with that too.
Oh, I can't find shit. I got too much. I gotta go through it. I'll have it for next week for sure.
Okay, yeah, man. Hey, you can always, appreciate it. Y'all guys outstanding, stopping by. Be here next Saturday. Zach, Guns in the Hookah.
The birds.
Black Poindexter, Carbon Q.
Yep.
And myself been shooting another successful Survival Saturday. Shout out to all our participants and the comments. Delray Dan, Tap In Production.
Yes, sir.
QB.
$2.
$2.
Slick back.
Back.
Yeah. It was up in here.
Nice. Koi, yeah.
Double roll.
Yep.
Double roll. Peanut.
Double roll.
Peanut was up in
Pimp
here.
Nate Slick back.
Slick.
There you go.
Hot Tibble, True Butter.
AO, RGG. Thank you for coming by. Hot Dub Tony.
Everybody else was just watching.
What's up? Anybody who watching ain't say nothing. Yeah, she shenanigans is postponed to next week.
Okay.
So
And True Butter.
Yes.
True
Thank
Butter.
you so much.
She's definitely a person you want to reach out to because she definitely does fishing, camping. She's definitely outdoors, so she's definitely a good resource to reach out to and talk to. Check out her channel, subscribe to her. She's putting some stuff out since the beginning. So
I didn't even know True Butter had a channel.
yeah,
I
she
didn't know
just
that.
sort of began.
Thank
Yeah,
you for telling me.
yeah. So any pointers that you may have to help her out would be great.
Is that under True Butter flavor?
Yeah.
Hey, check this out.
Hi, AK.
Dale Ray.
Hey, K, what up?
Elliptical.
Okay.
Wow.
Man, they gonna let the brother live, man. God, no.
Let them live. Let them live.
Come on,
What's up,
man.
AK?
Real gun getter gets it.
There it is. I just subscribed to True Butter.
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now.
Yeah, I'm about to
I'm
do
about
that
to do that
myself.
when we finish.
Yeah, because she's at the beginning, so she's, but yeah, she's definitely a good resource.
Yeah.
She'd be a good person to have on Survival Saturdays too, man. She talks about stuff she do.
Okay, yeah.
Right out my
work
mouth.
on that.
Yeah, she
We'll
definitely does
work on that.
fishing, horseback riding, all that stuff, man.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely could bring a good resource, bring some stuff to it, man.
Hey, there's Peanut. What's going on, Peanut?
Gunslinger Peanut, what's
What's
happening?
up, Peanut?
Another brother from Nashville.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Be up your way.
Man, wow, man. It's been another outstanding Saturday, man. We always here, man. I just can't wait, man. See y'all again. All of us
Yeah,
again.
it seems like it's real far away now.
It's gonna be right up on
All
us.
of a sudden, it's going right. It's going to be right up on us.
Ooh, I'm looking at
Yeah,
this
I gotta
this
do
nice
that.
muzzle loader too, man. I did bring that up. It's an
Muzzle
Italian
loader.
joint that I brought up earlier in the I keep forgetting. It's clean. I probably want because I'm probably not gonna buy a whole lot of firearms because with the survival stuff and then also my business because I'm hoping to have my office space. I can have my hookah and stuff there. So it won't be a whole lot of crazy gun buying. Oh, I also saw a sweet crossbow. I'm gonna get my hands on though.
Oh.
That'd be a nice one to talk about. So
yeah, so that's the reason I was asking who could Zach, what exotic gun you bringing rifle wise?
You mean for distance?
Yeah, like three.
I don't know if I'm gonna do Creedmoor or if I'm just going to go with my trusty 308. I don't know, but I'm building something for. I'm building something special, which is not for. It'll be able to reach out, but it's not for that. It's for tearing shit up. I'm building something nice.
That's good too.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And BP, what you bringing?
I'm gonna bring some shotguns, and I might bring my 308.
Oh, come on, QB. Come on, QB. Quit.
Yeah, I had to have
Think about taking that course to the brother in Dallas who's on Wild Wild Wednesday. He has an excellent shotgun course.
Body by
Yeah.
Yeah, his prices are crazy good. So he has a spot on the 14th. I may call in sick that day and go up there to Dallas and take that course.
Been around.
He has a shotgun course.
He's been around for a while.
Urban rifle and urban handgun course. And he incorporates a lot of good stuff. So that's 4-hour drive for me. That's a lot closer than a lot of other places. So I'm going to go ahead and check out that course most definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like the shotguns. So I think I'm going to start off with that shotgun course first.
Yeah.
And maybe bring my Kalishnikov shoddy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to bring my usual.
Tap into let's talk about physical fitness, cardio next week.
Do it.
Yeah. I think it's a great topic.
Oh, I'm game.
It's a great topic. You're right.
Okay, come on in.
Drop me a couple of poundages again.
Yeah,
that's a good start. Just come on in, contact us during the week.
That was the biggest thing. Even in the Air Force, we had these 18-year-old airmen come in and couldn't walk 1.5 miles in 15 minutes.
Here you go, right here, BP.
So we got to have it. What's that?
His birthday on the 13th.
There we go.
BP, did you see True Butter's thing? She said, can you email her the information about that topo?
The brother in Dallas?
No, Chapman wants you to hit him up for his birthday for the shotgun for what is it? OB Tactical? Body
Yeah,
by
I'll send that. I'll get
Yeah,
that
body
info.
by O.
Yeah, most of.
No,
Want me
but
to send it?
I'm sorry, go
Send
ahead.
it on Instagram.
Chapman, I don't know. Chapman said hit him up, I guess it's on Instagram.
Okay.
But True Butters
I'll hit him
sent
up on Instagram. Yeah, he has an excellent course. Body by O. Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
send
fantastic.
I'm gonna send you True Butters email. She wanted you to send her the information on the topo map thing that you just showed.
Okay.
Topological.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's National
Topological, excuse me.
Geographic.
Topological.
Yeah, send me out whatever questions you guys have. Yeah, send them out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
QB wants to be on it because he does nutrition and physical fitness. So yeah,
Good.
man.
There we go. So we got some
Absolutely.
resources.
Shoot, man. We need some. Hey, man, if you got anybody in the chat, if you got anything that will definitely help advance the survival, bring it, man. Everybody's got a tool, man. You got to see the same old faces.
Thank you.
You know, I love to talk, but I can sit back in the whatchamacallit and watch, man.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I gotta drop 30 pounds, so come on with it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If you got any tools and techniques, you know,
it's
that get
all
us right.
about community and getting that information and sharing
Yeah.
it because like I said,
That's
we're
what we
all
need.
getting that both. We want to be the best we can be, man.
Yep.
So yeah, get it in here.
Well,
Get it,
next
mix it up, chop it up.
So yeah, next week we got a big schedule.
Yes, sir.
It's about Saturday
Thank you, guys.
with the Furious Five we got right here.
Who's Grandmaster
I have some
Flash?
other people on there too.
Which one's Grandmaster
Yeah,
Flash?
that's New York back to days, huh?
Who's Grandmaster
Broken
Flash?
glass everywhere. People pissing.
Well, pissing on the
Oh,
floor. Saying,
yeah,
just don't
yeah.
care. Can't stand it. Can't stand the noise.
It's a good.
Oh my god.
You gotta do it. Crazy lady living in a bag.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
It
Well, it's on the jungle sometimes. Make it wonder if keep it going under.
I ain't wearing no leather and feathers.
QBD's the old people, not me. I'm not even. They're the old people.
Oh, they just
I
self-destruct.
say we all dress up like that at the event. Each person pick a costume and wear the leather.
Oh, I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that. I ain't put no tight ass
No, no.
jeans on.
I'm not wearing no leather and feathers and all that.
No tassels. I'm good. That is 80s. Let the 80s stay where the 80s was.
Yeah. Well, like this chilling on the corner.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
I can B-boy. B-boy I can do. I ain't doing
right.
the early 80s.
Right.
Oh, man.
You know
what
Well,
had me, man?
they had an excuse. They was coming out of the disco era.
I think,
Right.
you know what? I think
Right.
a group, man. I was sitting up there and somebody asked me, what was the real iconic group that never got their respect? And I had to tell them, Houdini.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, Houdini was underrated. They were underrated.
What the-
Freaks come out
what
at
did that-
night.
Oh, that was
Come out at night.
Friends.
Freaks come out. I'm sorry.
Friends.
good.
Didn't they do One Love?
Yeah.
Oh, One Love. Oh, what?
Yeah. They were underrated, man.
You guys talk about all this old music. You know who listens to this old music more than me? My 16-year-old son.
Look at my
Good. That means he's
All
gonna have some real
into all
music class.
That's it.
Cameo.
You
And
me,
Slack
get out.
Cameo.
Show me that you deserve to be a freak. Get loose, y'all. What? What? Oh man.
Oh,
You gonna get you a tight shirt and a cod piece and run
No,
around?
sir.
Wow.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
You can't have
Look,
that.
man,
Yeah.
yo, whoever DJs R.G. joint,
That would be wild if he comes on
they
that
gotta play some
costume.
old school.
Come on, Hookah, go do it.
Yep.
Come on.
Yo, they started doing that 80s, man, late 80s, especially like with KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions,
Mm-hmm.
Big Daddy Kane. Come on, Eric B. and
Mhm.
Rakim.
EPMD.
EPMD. Oh, so what you saying? Come on, man.
Nice and smooth. You can't
Oh,
forget about
what?
nice and smooth.
The Fushniks, who has
Oh,
Yep.
Nick,
Coach
yeah.
Nick. Oh, man, Carver, you went in. The food sneakers. Oh,
I
man.
know, right?
what you call it?
Yo, remember? Oh, what was that
About the
joint?
name.
Nice and Smooth. My favorite joint was No Delaying by Nice and Smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, That was my one right there.
Remember X
That
Clan?
cowboy hat.
Oh,
yeah.
what? Do I?
X-Clan, do you
By
remember?
the way,
Oh
this
my
is protected
Protected
by the
God.
red, the black,
The black
and the green.
Talk about it.
With
The
the
crossroad.
key.
Yeah,
What is that?
Yeah.
Checkmate, terminate, neverlate, contemplate,
Uh,
mind state,
yeah.
Rest in
lose.
peace, Professor
What?
X. Rest in peace,
I ain't
Professor
ready
X.
they
for
were
that.
badass.
I
Hey,
ain't
y'all,
ready for that.
And they was a deep crew. Like when
Yeah,
they came
word,
out,
Yep.
it was
word
a
deep, man.
come
like,
to the meetup with a boom box.
it was a steel
Yep.
black coming through.
Look.
A big
Beads,
one.
Yeah.
wooden beads and black coming through.
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Oh man, I brought
That
back
don't
memories.
It was the
crazy,
good, the
man.
good old days. Good old days.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, old QB is an old soul, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Said, Chad, how many years was that?
I ain't even saying.
Dang, man.
1989, 1990,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
31 years there, QB.
1989, a number, another summer.
Oh,
Another summer.
Sound of the funky drummer.
drummer.
Yeah.
Brothers
You
and
got it.
sisters,
no, I got
let's
it. Oh,
go.
brothers and sisters. Hey.
Iconic. And
That was my
911 is a
group right
joke.
there.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
911's a
Fear for
joke.
Black Planet. I'll never forget when I got that
Yep.
cassette, man.
Or-
Everybody
Oh,
knows.
That was my
yeah.
group right
What?
there. PE was my
I
group.
still
Put
got
that
that
mother
cassette
in.
somewhere.
Don't believe the hype. Yeah, boy.
I
Go ahead,
testify.
Q.
Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant to
Mine
me. Is
was
he straight out racist? That sucker was
Wrong.
simple and plain. Yo, mother, and John
Motherfucking and
Wayne.
John Wayne.
Yeah, boy.
Look at first place.
We got yeah.
Gotta have the hype man. Gotta have the hype man.
That's right.
Oh,
The
man.
greatest hype man ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
gotta
was.
have the hype man.
Oh, he talking about racing you, young cat. Come on, man.
Busta Rhymes was something. He's something.
QB and Tap, they
yeah.
going on a race.
Quick
They gonna
mode.
race each other. In
Busta
that.
Rhymes got
Rhymes
hit.
Mo
was
Squad is
foolish.
ridiculous.
Hit.
Yeah.
He's just
Give me
ridiculous.
another one.
Yeah, Busta. Who? He's
Yeah, Busta.
everything he
Hey,
And of course,
hey,
because they
hey.
from
right.
my
He's
hood,
like, come on,
Tribe
right?
Called Quest. So
Tribe
Tribe Called
Oh,
Quest
come
was
on,
my
man.
favorite.
Come
Those
on,
guys
man.
People, I used to play
Quest.
football with them. So
Yeah.
Come on. Tribe Called
I
Quest.
hit
man.
Q-Tip so hard one time, man.
Mhm.
I stood him in
Poor
space and
righteous
like, yo,
teachers.
Tip, you good?
Oh,
You breathing? I hit
talk
him
about
so
it.
hard.
Oh
Shout
my
out
God,
to
Poor
poor
righteous
Jersey.
teachers.
crazy.
Oh man.
Hell yeah, that was nuts.
DOS effect.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
That's
fact.
effects.
Just nuts.
I saw them in concert. That's effects. K Solo, EPMG.
Leaders of the new
Hey man,
school.
I saw them at the Apollo,
Leaders
The
man.
of
hit
the
squad?
new
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yep.
Bananas.
Wu-Tang.
Mm.
Oh,
Wu-Tang.
come on, man.
Of course.
Protect your neck. Come on, man.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yo.
God, to mighty
Shout
name.
out to the old school, man. Shout out to Scarface and Ghetto Boys,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Ghetto
Bushwick.
Boys. I
Billy
miss some
D.
Ghetto Boys. Billy D. You still doing this?
That's right.
Classic,
My
right?
mom's playing tricks on me. That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm playing chicks. Dun, 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 dun.
Let me get on
The
that.
Scarface.
I enjoy all y'all, man.
Man,
Yeah, man. That was
Peace,
good time.
Y'all
Good time.
peace out, man. We had another good
Everybody
one.
be good. Be
Yes,
safe.
sir.
See y'all.
All right.
All right,
Bye,
y'all.
everybody.
Later.
Have a good night.
Hey, y'all take care.
Out.
Peace. Peace. Peace out, y'all.